What's up, y'all? Ian with the Blood Mountain Voice, and today we're getting into something that Trent and I have never really and don't really do, so it's a little bit of a new video, and that is an unboxing. Got a couple boxes to open here, so let's crack them open and see what's going on. Alrighty, without further ado, let's get into it. Forgive the shaky camera. I am having to do this one-handed. I had to order a new camera stand, and it fortunately doesn't come in until tomorrow. And I wanted to go ahead and get this filmed today. So, what we're unboxing today is a Creality 3D printer, a 3D resin printer to be exact, and it's the LD-002H. It is a 3D resin printer. 3D printing has been something that I've been really interested in for a while, and I've been kind of exploring and researching for a long while. And then I kind of delved off of the filament route into resin. Most people get started in the monofilament or, the extruded plastic 3D printing, but I kind of wanted to dive straight into resin and see how it goes, especially with Trent getting into things like tabletop gaming and things like that. I wanted to be able to print with really high detail, and so that is what we're gunning for today. Creality is made by a company in China. Ordered this on Amazon, relatively low budget. It was about $250 and came in like 3 days. So I'm going to go ahead and set the camera down and pull this out, and then we'll set it up on the table and talk more about it. Alrighty, so things that it came with. The build plate here was in the foam separated out, so we'll have to attach that. Came with a brush to clean up the raw resin off whenever a print is done and before it's cured, so when we wash it with the isopropyl alcohol. A scraper to help scrape the completed projects off the build plate. A plastic scraper to help scrape out the resin on the bottom of the tray whenever we're done. A USB drive. This is just a normal USB drive. For some reason people on forums and their reviews tend to think it's something special. A couple tools to change things around, some Allen keys there. Our user manual and some filters on the left there for straining out resin once we've done a project or two. A warranty card, and then extra release film and the power cord. I've gotten it pretty much completely unboxed. I did leave some of the more satisfying things to get on film for you guys. Oh, this is really hard to do one-handed, but it's oh so satisfying. And then one of my favorite satisfying things. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm going to move this back to the side, and then we're going to crack open some of these next things. Alrighty, let's see what's in the next box here. Be careful not to cut myself with this knife. I just sharpened it, and it is very sharp. Oh, didn't get that one cut very good. And there we go. So we can just peel it off. Nope. So part of the reason I went with this particular printer, did a lot of research, and this one has an air filtration system, and so it definitely helps out with the smell, because this is notorious for having bad smell. Alrighty, so what we got here is our curing station. So I went ahead and got a looks like some assembly required here. Went ahead and got a UV curing light because once your projects are done and you clean them with the isopropyl alcohol, you need to UV cure them so they'll finish and have the right hardness. So UV curing light, we'll go ahead and get that set up as well. Alrighty, we got the UV curing light put together. Forgive the past projects over there that we're still working on. Also came with this pretty cool rotating pattern. Just takes a AA battery and it rotates whatever your project is while it's curing, or you know, a rotating very slow knife of doom. So last two things to unbox, and then we'll get talking about the printer. And went ahead and took them out of the box just so I wouldn't have to try to hold the camera with one hand. But the last things we have are isopropyl alcohol for cleaning, and our standard polymer, our photopolymer resin in gray. This printer and most of these resin 3D printers specifically print in 405 nanometers UV wavelength, and that's also what my curing light is as well. So why did I choose to go with a Creality over other types of 3D printers, 3D resin printers, so on and so forth? I did a lot of research. I went with, did some research on Creality and Glue, and you know, just a couple of different brands of printers. And this is the one that I kind of landed on as being the kind of best starter option that still puts out really good quality things for a relative budget price. So let's get it plugged up and then put the USB card in, our USB drive. I believe there's some test prints on there, so we'll get one of those started, put some resin in, put the build plate on, and get a test print started. Alright, so we've got it plugged up. I've taken the top cover off, and let's see. Hit the power button, and it lights up. We are good to go. It's not a broken unit. I'm going to see if we can't zoom in here a little bit. So we have a tool, system, and a print menu. We want to raise that platform, so let's go to the tool menu and then manual raise. We have the option of 0.1 millimeter, 1 millimeter, and 10. Since we want to raise it all the way up, let's go with 10. Hit the button, and that platform raises up. So we have to keep hitting the button until it's all the way up. It'd be kind of nice if there was a option to just complete raise or complete lower this, but it's not going to be that big of a deal to go 10 millimeters at a time. So let me get this raised up and then we'll be back. So once we have gotten the platform up to make sure it's working, it's as simple as untightening this here, sliding the build plate on, and tightening it back down. The nice thing is there is a home button here, which when I hit that will lower it all the way down, which we'll get to in a second. So now to make sure that we're leveled, we have unscrewed these screws on either side of the resin vat and remove it. And then we are going to hit this home button. The platform is going to lower back down. And once it's lowered, we'll be able to tell if it's level or not on the print screen. Keep on coming. And it is leveled. It raised back down and then it's stuck to the print screen, which means we are leveled. Alrighty, we've installed our USB drive in the side here. If we hit module, it pulls up two print modules here. You can't really see because of the glare on the screen, but that one is an Eiffel Tower. That one looks like some sort of sphere. We're gonna go with the sphere over here and print that. So I'm probably gonna put some resin in. I'm gonna get the print started, and then we might do that on a later video because these prints take a while. Alright, so we have our resin in the vat. Our top is replaced. We're going to go ahead and click the sphere and hit go. And with that, the air filtration system kicks in. The build plate goes ahead and starts to lower. And the print should begin. And you can see here in the bottom right corner the layer count. So I just hit layer 5 out of 1,293. The time elapsed in the middle and the total time it should take in the left hand side. So 4 hours and 14 minutes left. And then, oh, sorry for the camera shake there. I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit. You can actually watch the little platform raise up 0.1 millimeter each time. You can hear it kind of separating from the bottom of the vat. So this plate lowers all the way to the bottom of the vat. UV light is exposed onto the plate from the bottom of the vat through that plate, or through the resin vat. And then it raises up 0.1 millimeter each time and lowers back down. And the next layer is printed. So 4 hours from now, we should have a completed print. It'll be ready for cleaning and then UV curing. All right, y'all, so we're pretty excited about this. Definitely new territory for the Blood Mountain Boys. Something that we haven't exactly gotten into before, so should be a pretty interesting journey over the next, couple videos, couple weeks, figuring out CAD and STL files, and hopefully creating some pretty original, cool stuff of our own, from miniatures to, just all kinds of stuff on this 3D printer. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a really long time, so we're glad to be able to share the journey with you guys as well. Keep in touch with us. Tell us if you like what we're doing. If you do, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe to us. Helps us to put out new content if we can see that people are liking what we're doing. So until next time, we'll see y'all.